Oh, hello again. Yes, it's been a while. Still alive, unfortunately. So, story time. I made a little bet with myself because at the time the latest death battle was Amy Rose versus Ramona Flowers, and I said, given Screw Attack's very lengthy hate boner of the Sonic franchise, I said if Amy can somehow win this, I will watch a particular movie that I've said I will never ever watch. And knowing me, that's a very fucking long list of movies. So, as a special bonus, before we get to the video proper, we're going to do a very quick reaction review to Amy Rose versus Ramona Flowers. I said this before, and I'll say it again. I did enjoy the Scott Pilgrim game. It's just I had a few issues with it, with the bugs and whatnot. Why is she so pissed? I do think the sprite art in that game was pretty gorgeous too. I like the whole cheeky aesthetic. And it was at that moment I knew I was fucked. What is this tune, by the way? It's really catchy. I don't think it's a really Sonic game I've ever played. I'll say one thing, this was very well animated. Those DVX videos are poorly animated.
The winner is Amy Rose.
Well, this will teach me a lesson not to accept bets from myself. Nah, that's all I really need, really. So, one moment while we get the DVD all set up, and, yes. Yes, I have to wear this hat. Fuck off. There's going to be a full written review for this movie, so if there's anything I don't cover in this review part of this section, or why didn't I talk about this, why didn't I talk about that, it's all going to go in the written review, which will be up in the video description. I have to point this out because people go, oh, where's this bit? Where'd you get this all from? Video description. And again, this is YouTube. People don't read, so... Hello! YouTuber comes. But right. So, while there will be a full, too long didn't read answer, let me give you the short version. Disney and I. How to best describe this story. See, I'm a firm believer that Disney were at their best at 2D cel animation. The Lion King, Beauty and the Beast, Hunchback of Notre Dame, and many more. I really went off them when they started doing their CG films. It's like, you go to McDonald's to get a burger, you go to Domino's to get a pizza. You don't go to either one for the opposing bit of items. And when they bought things like Lucasfilm, Pixar, and Marvel, it's like, well, there's your live action, your CG, and what have you all covered. Yet now they're doing live-action, gritty reboots of their movies, CG stuff, and potential cinematic universe garbage. That's like hiring a decorator, a carpenter, and a plumber to build your house, while you make them sit in the corner and do it yourself. So they made Princess and the Frog, and I thought, oh, what's this? Is this the Mega Man 9 effect? A return to form, going back to what they're good at? I was really on board. And then Tangled came out. So no. My hate boner did not start with Frozen, it started with Tangled. Bet you feel stupid now, huh? So I saw it and I was like, oh, so we're going to go back to the same CG crap instead of what you're good at? Well, fuck you too then. And that's kind of where my dislike for Disney started. So when this thing was announced, I thought, again, looking at the title, oh, it looks very similar to Tangled, which is a very, very shitty movie. Fuck you, it is. To me, anyway. And so I decided, no, I am not going to watch this movie. I don't care how many people have watched this movie. I don't care if they kept saying, do you want to build a snowman? I said, no. And when did this come out?
2013.
So for 3 years I kept to my word, but since I lost the bet, man of your word after all, we have to pay the piper and do these horrible things. And just to prove there is no cheating going on here,
drink responsibly.
You can, I won't. Just to prove. This should set the fucking mood. I'm going to do one of these every time something annoys me, so this should be good. And this is a sentence I never thought I'd hear myself say, but it's time to sit back, relax, and let's enjoy...
Enjoy?
Frozen. I'm a few seconds in and I already detest this.
Elsa! Wake up, wake up, wake up!
Fuck off.
Mama, go back to sleep. I just can't. The sky's awake, so I'm awake. So
Oh god, it's Vanille all over again.
Play by yourself. Ice? Faster spin?
Alright, might as well get this joke out of my system. Now what's cooler than being cool? Ice cold! Fuck you, I regret nothing.
Right out here for you, just let me in.
No.
We only have each.
I mean, alright, okay, alright, let's say something positive, alright. I mean, visually, it looks nice. I mean, it does seem like a step up from what they did with Tangled, but faces, they seem to be getting worse. I'm not saying it has to be, like, photorealistic, but, like, the drooping nose, that is really putting me off. You know? Alright, just don't really think about anything. Don't even think of the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Ray made that mistake once.
Then leave.
Yeah, serious. Fucking hell, I'm starting to like this character. What is wrong with me?
What did I ever do to you? Enough, Anna. No, why?
I just can't get over that. She's the controller of powers by locking her in a room for so many years. Fucking... Who wrote this shit? Oh no. I'm guessing this is the song that every single 13-year-old won't shut the fuck up about. I'm gonna be honest, a lot of the art detail is kind of nice.
When I finally do what frozen things do in summer. I'm gonna tell him.
Don't you dare.
I will.
Together.
I want to be serious for a minute. I hate this mentality. When people say, I want to be left alone, people just obsessively try to get into it. No, what's the problem? Tell me what the problem is. It's like, that's not how you help someone. When someone says, I want to be left alone, you leave them alone. Alright? They'll figure it out on their own. They don't need help like that. Yeah, it's weird. I'm starting to like Elsa. What the fuck is going on? Okay. I'm somebody who likes the musical numbers from The Jungle Book, The Lion King, and The Hunchback of Notre Dame. But these are easily the worst Disney songs I've ever heard. Even that opening number for Toy Story is better than this. You good friend in me.
I don't even know what love is.
That's okay.
What is love? Lady, don't hurt me. They're making it too easy for me, you know?
4 years.
Seriously. So, Frozen. Where do I fucking begin? Alright, you know what? Okay, let's just acknowledge there are some good things about this movie. Let's start this off nice. You know, it's like Mick Foley always says, set them up with kindness, and then knock them down. I will admit, I was surprised by a few things. I do think the landscapes were well animated. The scenery, you know, the trees, the ice mountains and the buildings. Nice touch, very nicely done. The background orchestral, not the big songs, I mean the background music, like the choir as well, that was very nice. I do think some of the effects when she's creating the snow and ice at times was pretty good, but then other times it just didn't look very good. Also, in case I forgot to mention, there will be a full written review down in the description if there's anything I didn't talk about, because I don't like these portions of the videos because I can never sum up my thoughts instantly after watching something, so if I don't say it here, it will be down in the description. When you get to the bottom of it, for me, is Frozen any good? No. Surprise, surprise, I did warn you. Alright, let me explain what I mean. There is a lot of stuff in this movie that was very predictable. Very cliche, and just not that entertaining. I think it's just some really stupid shit. Like they beat you over the head with this message of like don't fall in love with the first person you meet, but they instantly want what's her face and the main guy to be a thing. It's just like, wait, I thought you had to get to know somebody, and she barely knows this guy. I just thought that was kind of weird. Maybe it's the Jack Daniels talking, but excuse me. Thank you, Maureen. I just thought that was kind of weird. The whole plot twist of, Prince Charming is not very charming and he's really an asshole. Shrek already did that, which is kind of sad. I mean, like I said, it's bad when Shrek did something better than this movie. And I know people have been sending me links and whatnot saying that all these things that Frozen did not pioneer and other movies did it better, but I don't really care about that. I only care about what I think. Hence the review. I don't think I'll be watching this a second time, and I will not be watching this alleged sequel they're apparently building. Surprisingly, this is going to sound strange, but I think I kind of like Elsa now. Which I'm still trying to ponder that around, because it's kind of like... She kind of reminds me of me when I was younger. It's like, hey, I want to be left alone. And people are like, oh no, we need to crowd around you and find out what the problem is. No, when people say they want to be left alone, you just leave them the fuck alone. And just some really stupid shit bothers me. Like, she needs to learn how to control her powers. Well, obviously. And it's just so she's going to learn this by locking herself in a room and doing bugger all. See, the Frozen movie I would have made would have been centered on her, on some sort of self-discovery quest on how to learn how to use their powers. But what I seem to see people say is, oh, but it beats all the conventions, it kind of tears down walls, and it's new and inventive, when we all know that's a bold-faced lie. The songs are incredibly forgettable, and I'm beginning to understand now why Tars don't even talk about those 2 songs, well, 1.5, that are basically any good. Because the rest are highly fucking forgettable. And a lot of the scenarios didn't really need a song. Yeah, I know it's Disney, they have to be musicals, but a lot of these songs are fucking meaningless. Very, very fucking pointless. And just not that catchy. I think, listen, Let It Go and the other one is the only one that springs to mind. Like, I could not quote a single line of, line from those songs. Lyric, that's what I meant to say. Jack Daniels, fuck off. I cannot tell you a single lyric from any of them. The rest of the characters, I've already forgotten them. So, let me just save all this up because I recorded this ahead of time, so the full written review should be done. I think the problem with this movie is, I don't think it is the greatest Disney movie ever made, and it's definitely not the worst Disney movie ever made. That honor still goes to the Lion King sequels that nobody fucking asked for. If I had to give this movie another name, I had to give it, I had to rename it, it would probably be Forgettable. Because it really is a forgettable movie. Nice idea on concept, poorly done in execution. That's all I've got to say for now. Do look forward to the written review if you feel that there was something I didn't touch upon, or if you want further explanation. Down in the description. Don't get used to this, because hopefully this will be the last time I ever do one of these things. Just as long as I don't lose any more debts with myself. I've been Random, and fuck off.